welcome back. So we're back in the garden today, and today I'm going to take care of my raspberries. So in the fall I came and I decided to just chop them all back off in the fall, and that was really nice to have that done. Actually, I really like that. Thing is that these are ever-bearing raspberries, and so you do get a small crop early summer and then a larger crop later on. And so if you do prune them down all like this, then you are going to lose a little bit of crop, but I kind of just prefer the one big huge crop because I usually make jam, and so I'm not too sad about the loss. If you want to leave some of those canes up all winter, you will get some raspberries from those that are a little bit taller and that you can see haven't died out. So anyway, I opted last year to just chop them all down, and now let's look at them closer and I'll show you what I'm going to do now. So I definitely need to thin them out. My husband came here and they were all growing through here and he thinned those ones out, and then I've got one coming through here that I need to pull out. So I like to thin them out. You don't need this many, and then I like to kind of wait until they've leafed out because raspberries show up on the second year canes. So anything that is dead, I'm going to come, and I can tell now, I couldn't really tell earlier. So I'm going to cut all these dead ones out that don't have anything on it, because those had berries on them last year and then they die out. And then these smaller ones that are growing up in here, I also have some strawberries in here that I need to take care of. I recently pulled them all out of here and I have a few stragglers, but I'm going to put dahlias all through here. So I'm going to pull out strawberries and raspberries. I'll try to just keep them in certain areas, and I'm going to test my soaker hose right now because last year I had a big issue with that where it didn't work and I had to like go through and redo it when these were really tall and big and bushy, and it was kind of a pain. So I'm just going to make sure that that's really working now that our irrigation system got turned on a couple days ago. So that's what I'm going to do today, and then hopefully I'll have my husband try to help me tighten this again because it always just seems to struggle. I don't know, we need to find a little bit better way, but I do like having this little extra support. So let's start out by cutting out these dead canes. You can see over here there's quite a few. So like this is dead, most of these are dead, and they're pokey, so you want to make sure you wear gloves, and it'll just look nicer and they'll be happier. And then I'm also going to come in here and throw on some berry tone when I'm all done. So let's get started. I'm making my husband let me film him. We also borrowed this little trailer from our neighbor, which is nice to finish putting mulch in areas that we need to in the yard. That's been really nice to get that done too. It's definitely spring, so there's a lot going on, a lot of things on my list to do. But after I'm done with this, I'm going to be helping again with mulch. Such a big job, but so worth it. got that all done. Some of these kind of look dead, but they're not. You can see they have a little growth. They're just a little bit behind. So I decided to let it fill in a little bit more this year. Last year I kind of cleaned up and just had like a row here and a row here, but I'm gonna mostly let these grow out and have more berries. And then this is, what is this one called? It's like a gold raspberry. And I'm not sure. I think some of these suckers down here are regular red raspberries, but as soon as they grow out, I'll see, and I'll probably pull them, honestly, because I want the gold raspberries to be here. I've heard they're really good. I didn't get any berries last year, hoping to get some berries this year, so that'll be really fun. But it looks really nice, all cleaned out. I think I do kind of like having it cut back in the fall because that made it quite a bit easier. And there's a lot of spring chores, so I feel like that was nice. I will lose out a little bit on those, just a few berries early in the summer, but that's okay. I think it'll be just great. I'm happy with that. And you could even cut them down further. I just cut them down about this height, and I think it will be really nice. I can't wait to have raspberries. They're one of my favorite things. I did not have any berry tone, so I did not come in here and put that in, so I need to buy some next time at the store. And I tightened these up as best as I could, and I'll just have to keep tightening them throughout the year. They kind of do slip a little bit, but they've worked pretty good. And then I really watered everything in nicely because we've been really dry here and quite warm. We haven't had rain for, I don't know, at least over a week. And so I did water these in pretty well. I decided to leave some strawberries in here. I had just had them in here for like 3 years, and it was time to get them out. They just kind of start to peter out, and maybe it'll rejuvenate them a little bit. I thought it wouldn't hurt to have a few under here, under the dahlias, and they might die out. We'll see. Speaking of dahlias though, I can overwinter my dahlias here in gardening zone 7A, and I think it's because this spot's really warm too. So I just piled up a lot of mulch here in the fall. I don't know if you guys remember that. And this one's coming back. This is its third year coming back. And then I'm so excited, you guys, because these Mystic Illusion dahlias, I was kind of not sure if they would come back, but look. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. And that one just popped up yesterday. I was thinking it was just going to be this one. And so I'm so happy that's back. I had these here last summer with some pink zinnias in between, and it was such a pretty combination. I definitely want to do that again. And then my hollyhock, I planted seeds last year, and they're coming up again for the second year. They were behind on my flowers last year, so they didn't get too tall. So I don't know if I'll get any blooms this year, but they've done really well, and we'll see what happens. I like to have them in the back because they're a little bit taller, and I've never tried them before, so I'd be curious to see how they do. I just bought some seed packets online. And then I have another dahlia here. I don't know if this one's coming out or not. I really hope it does. But there's one here too. I did. While this came on, I think I had it on a timer, but I do have a break here. And as you can see, I've repaired this here, and I've repaired it here. And so I just need to come in. I'll just replace this one tube. I think it's time. It's pretty easy to fix, but I've had to splice it so much that I'm just going to get a new tube here. So I did test that out too. That's why I had to hand water over there because of this. But anyway, hopefully that will turn off in a minute. It's on a timer. I'm really curious to see if this one's going to start growing out. And we'll just have to wait and see. So I watered these in pretty good. But that's it. I'm glad that chore's done. And look at my roses. They're really starting to bloom out. And I'm super, super, super excited about them. So lots done. I even went out and got all the mulch done. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you're out in your garden now that things are warming up. And we will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.